Now, do you know why you are here today? No, Your Honor, I don't. Well, we have received a complaint of social embarrassment against you. Wait, what? What did I do? Well, according to the evidence, you replied to an email from your daughter. Yes, Your Honor, I don't understand. What's wrong with that? Well, not only did you reply to her, but you sent a message to everyone on the list, with a message that I am assuming was just meant for your daughter's eyes. Oh no! I had no idea. No wonder she was short with me on the phone. Oh, what have I done? Well, I imagine that this was just an honest mistake. But you must know the seriousness of the infraction. Well, given that this was your first offense, I'll let it slide. But I trust that I won't see you back in my court again. Is that correct? Yes, Your Honor. I will not reply all again. I have plenty of friends and family who definitely deserve to get called in the court of email etiquette for that very same thing. But just like any other form of communication, emails have some simple but often unspoken rules to follow. Let's go over some of these rules and hopefully prevent some accidental, if not embarrassing, interactions. Number 1 is a big one. Thou shalt use reply to all sparingly. Have you ever received an email that was sent to a group of people? Maybe the sender wanted to understand how many folks are going to come to her cookout, but not everyone else on the list really needs to know the answer. Each time someone replies all to that email, it's another notification that happens in everyone's inbox, and that can get pretty distracting. So it's best not to add to that frustration if you can. Instead, it's best just to reply to the sender. Now, if you need to send an email to a group of people, one of the best ways is to use the BCC field. BCC stands for Blind Carbon Copy, and it means that any email address entered will receive the message, but won't be able to see the other people that the message is sent to. This keeps not only people from replying to everyone on the list, but also can keep private email addresses from being shared with other folks. Rule number 2. This one's an easy one to remember. Thou shalt not use all capital letters when sending an email. In emails, sometimes it's hard to understand the context or emotion just by reading some text. So there are some common formatting tricks that can help convey those feelings. Using capital letters implies that you are yelling. So if you happen to send a message and accidentally leave the caps lock on, it can make it look like you're really riled up and be a little bit more difficult for the recipient to read. Rule number 3. Thou shalt use a clear subject line. Putting something like, "Have you seen this?" may not get the best response you're looking for, and it can also be falsely flagged as spam in someone's email. Rather, you want to be specific. People often decide whether to open email based solely on the subject line. So choose a subject line that lets your reader know exactly why they should read it and what to expect. Something like, "My recent experience at your restaurant," or "Quick question about my refund," may get you a better response. Rule number 4. Thou shalt add the people last. This may seem a little backwards, but this one rule can save you from tons of embarrassment. Imagine with me for a minute that you're typing a letter to someone special, maybe someone that you'd like to ask out on a date. You are over the moon excited and quickly type that email, only to discover that it's filled with typos. You even spelled their name wrong. So you go back to change some things and accidentally press the enter key, sending that email in all of its broken glory. Your heart sinks, and you have an inconsolable pit in the bottom of your stomach. This is where rule number 4 can prevent that from even being a possibility. By waiting to add your recipient's email address until after your email is totally complete, you'll avoid any accidental sends before you're ready. So type up your email, reread it, check for spelling, and then, only then, add in the email address of your recipient. Now, as a bonus, remember all those spelling errors you didn't catch? Well, there are several plugins for your web browser that will check spelling and sentence structure as you're typing. Currently, I use one called Grammarly in my browser, and it works pretty well. I'll link to it in the video description if you want to check it out. After all, it never hurts to have a second set of eyes look things over. Keep yourself from appearing in the court of email etiquette. Follow these 4 simple rules, and you'll give yourself a leg up in the online world. Case dismissed. Like the information in this video and need more? Don't forget to subscribe to the Late Genius channel, like us on Facebook, or visit www.lategenius.com to get the latest content.